Okay, so let's talk about how Raw has been in the time post Super Letdown and on the way to Das Boot. So we're going to break it down by division, start the tag division. The Revival, current Raw Tag Team Champions, got demolished by Roman Reigns. Not really great. I go plus side. As they were helping Heath Slater up after Drew McIntyre beat him up, them grabbing the handfuls of money that Drew kind of threw at Heath, I like that. It was good. It was just slimy heel enough that I dug it. I did like seeing the Viking Raiders coming down to destroy some jobbers. The moment they stare at the Planet's champions, Bryan and Rowan, hope that's foreshadowing. If Bryan and Rowan can hold on to the tag team titles, and SummerSlam and Survivor Series is still brand versus brand, I would not mind seeing a Viking Raiders Raw Tag Team Champions taking on those guys. I think that could be a really interesting match. I like the way it's going with that. It's good. On the SmackDown side, Heavy Machinery just destroyed the B Team. Benefit of that was Daniel and Bryan was talking about how impressive those two could be if they were serious. And they're defending their titles against Heavy Machinery. Kickoff show. I think it's kickoff. Well, it's tags, so it's probably kickoff. I like what we're seeing with the New Day and having their battle with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I like it. I think it allows the New Day to do something that's not directly related to the tag division, but still in tag matches. And I think that having those two paired up with Ziggler works well enough to make enough of a foil for the New Day proper. I'm fine with that. It was weird seeing two out of 3 falls matches as your main events on both shows, but you've got Shane booking everything, so it kind of makes sense. All in all, not a horrible week for the tag division. At least they got to be on air and do some stuff. Women's division, I'll go through all 3 belts. I like what they're doing with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, and how they're combining that with the Bayley story. I like how it's multi-layered. That was good. And a lot of people like, you know what, Nikki, I've got an opportunity for the tag belts. Bayley kind of gets involved, kind of cost them the titles, which then kind of makes Alexa be like, see, that's Bayley. That's the person she is. And then carrying that up to the Moment of Bliss segment where Bayley cut a fantastic promo. Bliss was using a lot of truth, and truth in heel promos works well. Works incredibly well. Kind of turned it on her a little bit, got in her face, and held her own in a good promo. Which led to a beatdown. You know, that's not that bad. Baby faces shouldn't just be like, oh gosh, golly, gee shucks. If they're more proactive, it actually makes them more compelling people. More compelling characters. Same with Becky Lynch and Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans came down the ring. I still don't quite know if they know what they want her to be. She's a physically striking individual. She has actually a fairly legitimate background, being a female Marine SWAT leader. First one. Probably one of the only ones. But I'm still trying to figure out why it's the sassy Southern Belle. If she has a military background, is physically imposing, I feel like they should tweak that somehow. But at least Becky Lynch gave her what for, and then she got in the ring, she attacked her. Good. Like, you sucker punched me from behind, I'm going to lay you out, see how you like it. Good. I like that works well. The women's tag team champions, longest reigning ever. Pretty decent match against Bliss and Cross. They defended their titles. There. Weird backstage segment when they were into the Kabuki Warriors. But I guess they're having a match in Japan? Non-title, of course, so they'll win, which could then set up to Extreme Rules. I don't think it'll be an extreme match unless it's a pirate-themed match. Maybe it's a Snatch the Booty match, I don't know. But at least they were on TV. They have been on TV for the better part of a month. And it was unique seeing that many non-American women in a segment. It's like, wow, that's just about all of them in that one segment. You had people from Australia, you had people from Japan, you had someone from England. I'm like, yeah, that's really interesting. That's a really weird, cross section of women's wrestling just right there in that one little segment. Thought it worked well. At least they're moving some of those stories. Mid-card belts. I didn't see Finn Balor do anything. On the bright side, Andrade, his mother passed, that's why he was off TV. Did he get a chance to jump Apollo Crews? Apollo Crews Andrade? I'll take it. That'll work. I'm good with that. I do think you need to work in more people to have a really robust mid-card, because you do have Ali, you do have Buddy Murphy. I mean, you've got people who can make some incredibly exciting matchups. Almost kind of like what they did over on Raw. So after the Faces in Alliance beatdown, we had a 5-person elimination match. I like elimination matches. So you had all these people gunning for Joe. Strowman, Miz, Cesaro, Ricochet. And I'm drawing a blank on the last person in that match. Well, they got eliminated quick, so it didn't really matter. But it ended up coming down to Ricochet getting the victory. His 630s are still looking kind of rough. 630 senton. He's hitting people probably in spots where I don't know if it's that they're in the wrong spot and don't know how to take it, or he's like, okay, I gotta adjust in like mid-flight. But he's taking on Joe. I'm cool with that. Cool with that a lot. I think that'll make a nice, exciting new match. That's good. That works well. Big belts. Baron Corbin says he's going to pick a special guest referee. Seth Rollins like, that's neat. I've got a chair. Elias, it's gonna be me. Suddenly Rollins. Chair, 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 chair. I find a new person who can definitely count to 3. EC3. Walking down the ring. Chair, 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 chair. Then the New Day decided to weekend at Bernie's him to lead into their 6-man match against Baron Corbin, Sammy, and Kevin. Okay, the fact that we can Bernie him and then when they let go, he just drops like straight down. Brilliant. So EC3 got to be on television. Cool with that. So pretty much the story was Corbin's like, you know what? I'm gonna announce my guest referee for this match. And Rollins went, that's awesome. I'm going to kill them with a chair. He's off with the B team. Chair, 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 chair. Like it was a SmackDown game. We just pick up the chair and bludgeon, 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 bludgeon. How's it going, Eric Young? I was just talking to him. I didn't say I was going to do it. It's okay, man. It's cool. Chair. Chair, 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 chair. Oh, that's good. Again, babyface with Edge. I also like, too, that when they paired Seth and Kofi up, Kofi's got his running bikes. Here's the New Day with him. Seth has got a chair. I have people that watch my back. What about you, Seth? I have a chair. Oh. I can sit on it, too. It's kind of a thing. I destroyed the Shield. I'll destroy everyone else who wants to take my title from me. So on the other side, you've got Kofi. taking on Dolph in a steel cage. It's going to be an exciting match. And I like that Dolph was kind of screwed out of his match at Super Letdown, but it feels like he needed a little something extra. The brutality he had in his match with Woods, like locking Woods' arms in the ropes and super kicking him, was good. It added a lot more oomph to his character. But you can tell it's a stopgap, which I'm fine with. It's going to be, okay, when Kofi defeats Dolph, where's he go from here? And that's going to be the real big kicker. Other stuff. I kind of dug Shane hosting his little party. Then Heath being like, man, I need more money. Or should it be like, I just did because the mics really weren't working there, which was great. Nothing quite beats, this live backstage segment of a technically soon to be $1 billion company, and you don't have a proper mic setup for this big moment. Shane's like, yeah, that's really impressive to hear when he did that. And it's just, no, I'm not giving you more money. Which then, of course, leads to Drew being like, I'll give you some money. I can't take it. Yeah, it's just the place. Just sharp with you in a bear. Which was good. And that's way to get just some cheap heat on Drew McIntyre, because, oh man, he needs it. He needs it so badly. And then you switch over to the other side. Shane taking his customary 15-20 minutes out of the show. Miz comes out and is like, it's my fault. What? I made you. I'm the one who will defeat you. Seeing as how they're talking about maybe having Shane take the title off Kofi, if Shane takes the title off Kofi to be the transitional champion to Miz instead of Roman, that could be interesting. Face Miz champion after the time of SummerSlam, and then maybe defending his title against a heel Daniel Bryan somewhere around the way, head into Survivor Series. Survivor Series and still being tag champs, taking on the Viking Raiders. That could be interesting. That could be a unique thing to help segue into the moving to Friday nights for Fox. I'm okay with that. Kofi's promo, I like how he's serious enough. He's still throwing pancakes. He's still the happy, fun-loving guy. When someone's pushing him, he pushes back. People got on Jim Ross when he said that Kofi needs to have some edge, be serious. And he is serious. He's not super broody serious, but he got just serious enough to make the character come across as authentic. Speaking of character building and authenticity, I'm digging the Aleister Black, I'm just waiting for someone to knock on that door. I will change them. Just knock on the door. Just come on in. Pick a fight with me. So I can remake you. Somebody to fight with me. I'm liking that it doesn't overexpose him. He has a very unique character. And I want to see that just brought out in a different sort of unique way. Eventually, maybe lead to either a feud to a tag team run with Black and Balor, because I think that there's enough of a similar offensive style that they can work well as opponents or as a tag team. And feel that Black finds a way to help Finn harness the demon more often. One way doesn't consume his soul as much, which was a previous plot point they had with him. That could work well. Bray Wyatt's Firefly Funhouse. If you go from the Muscle Man Dance to I Had to Smash You, Rambling Rabbit. We're brought to you by Rambling Rabbit's Bohemian Spread. To that's why I built this place. So we can always have fun and never, ever leave. Follow the leader. and then taking the Muscle Man Dance song and breaking it into like an Eminem style, an R&B style, kind of a rock style. That is incredibly genius. That's one of those things that makes me go, the Matt Hardy Broken Woken universe could have worked so beautifully well if done in segments like that with less in-ring work. Because you do the weird segments, and then you do some in-ring work. It's like an Elias or Alexa Bliss. You can do other things to get them over, and to get them exposure, and to sell merch, and to build the character, not just having to do a match. But all in all, this was actually a pretty good week overall. Not saying right to the point where like it's really good and it's easily watchable, but we're definitely past the point where you're watching a 3-hour Raw in 45 minutes.